It's the little old Grimith from Pasadena. Never showed off those AA guns. We'll get over it. At least I will. I don't know about all of you. The little old Grimith from Pasadena. Reagan the man. Golden Courage. A new book lauding Reagan in the greatest generation. We're still doing alright. Across the board. Yeah. Alright, good. So long as folks continue to respect my power and hold me in high regard, everything's a-okay. Otherwise, I'd have to get out there and engage in some conflict resolution. It's wonderful everything that we could do here from Davenport, Iowa, yeah? How we could just change the country. Flip everything. Gotta repeal oppressive drug laws, protect workers' rights, and protect human rights from torture. So, how do I feel about Liberal Crime Squad? Still enjoyable, still fun, still a nightmare that I managed to resolve, despite the changes in my absent memory. Some of the changes, like items being covered with a black cloth unless you can afford the item, so that the item is revealed to you, don't really care for that. The penchant and power of some folks, like corporate managers, to amazingly sniff you out, it seems, no matter what your skill ratings are. We had to find workarounds for that, but that wasn't great. All in all, I mean, still Liberal Crime Squad. Still enjoyable enough. Were I to ever play this again, well, I'd probably end up playing the latest iteration of whatever major, like, eye-catching fork there were, instead of going back. Either to the last one that was, like, primarily, like kept up by Jonathan S. Fox, or going back to the final one that Tarn Adams fiddled with. Still paying for that damn place. That's fine. 3 more issues to go. 3 more issues to go. They could all end up coming up at the end of this month. I do appreciate the Elite Liberal amendments, but they've existed for some time in the game. They're definitely not new to this fork. In the game, expediting this process, I don't know how I feel about conservative resolutions not coming up. I mean, it's so hard for, like, the country to backslide anyway. You'd basically just have to get eliminated, or have the conservative crime squad, like, running unchecked. Without you, like, writing to, like, stop them or anything. You'd also just have to you could just disband too soon and watch the country backslide that way, because it will, without, like, your influence. You monitoring the situation here. Nope, it's gonna be 1 more month. Before the summer of 2015. Final stats-wise, yeah, we didn't do too bad. We never actually had a death. Which is... I don't know, man. Lev, pretty damn remarkable. He did great work for us. Monique was a late addition, taking out Crystal, but I do believe Monique handled herself well enough. 15 heart there by the end of things. 21 health, agility, and strength. Hell yeah, and an 18 charisma. The founder certainly weakened by the -2 Jews, which we could, of course, go easily rectify, but it's fine. We're done here. Wear our heavy body armor as we walk off into the fucking sunset. But first, at least the Supreme Court is hearing all this shit out. Protect our borders, protect the unborn child, preserve traditional gender roles, promote alternative energy sources, fight reverse discrimination, and deter criminals via capital punishment. And then Congress fights homophobic bigotry in our laws. Yep, that's everything flipped. I did it. I won. Alright. It's possible. I do think there's a save editor that is mentioned in Isaac G's thread that I could potentially use to fiddle around with this to fix them. Alternatively, I'm going to go ahead and close out of the game so I can save a copy of this for potential bug reporting issues. I do consider this to be the end of the series, though. A victory for me. Let us disband. Immigration. Disbanding scatters the Liberal Crime Squad, sending all of its members into hiding, free to pursue their own lives. You will be able to observe the political situation in brief. Wait until resolution is reached. If at any time you determine that the Liberal Crime Squad will be needed again, you may return to the homeless shelter to restart the campaign. Do not make the decision lightly. You do need to return to action. Only the most devoted of your former members will remain. Alright, we're in the second term. That's not fixed yet. We're basically just going to have to ride this out another 4 years. Public mood is nudging back liberal, which means that the elections were held. It's actually going to be just a normal liberal that is put into office. Yep. Oh no, it was an elite liberal, but the House and Senate nudged themselves ever slightly. It sure has been a while. Things might have changed a bit. No fucking kidding. No kidding. Now, if I close out of the game and restart the game... This is the true nightmare of nightmare mode right here. Oh well. It's been a fun run, everyone. I've enjoyed it. I'll live without getting my victory screen this time. Unlike the amount of effort I put to make sure I got it last time. We know I did it without any deaths. Remarkable. I took risks. And I was smart. And some of the old tricks still work. Like running circles around the police trying to track you down in one of your 1,700 safe houses. Where could they be? God forbid they just, like, leave group station to see us as soon as we move back in. But, still, like, I've had runs where things have been more reckless, more zany, more police are shut down so there's no rage, so I keep stacking up the heat. It just gets wildly out of control. I also had a lot of liberals this run. It was a big house of people. In 2 locations. I ended up with keeping those 3 squads without having committed a crime. Except in that alternate reality where they all had a count of treason. Who knows if I'll ever play this again, or when that'll be. Or whether I'll bring you along for the ride. But it was a revisit for our 10-year anniversary, because it has been 10 years of Let's Get On With It. 10 years since that first thread on the v4.12 Games forum. I'll talk to you all later. Take it easy, especially in these trying times. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care. All that other warm coziness that is also entirely cognizant of the dangers just outside your front door.